to see the questions.
Mm-hmm.
Hello, everybody. Just gonna give it a few seconds, and then we're gonna get going almost right away. So it's having a hard time starting. There we go. Okay, so today is a pretty great day. We have lots going on over here. As you can see, Laura is visiting me. It is my son's 10th birthday today, so we are going to be celebrating and all of that today. So we are going to be on here for a little bit talking about seller leads, and then we are going to open up for an Ask Us Anything. But I do need you guys to comment so I can make sure that I am able to see the comments. So if you can comment and let me know that you're on, that would be great. Say hello. If you are watching the replay, of course, comment #replay. But yeah, thank you, Shirley. It's definitely an exciting day in my house. I only have one kid, and he's turning 10, and so it's fantastic, and I'm super excited for him. So we're going to kind of go into talking about seller leads, open for an Ask Us Anything, and then we are going to send you a special invite at the end. So, oh, and we're also, let's not forget, raffle. We are going to be doing a raffle today as well. Hey, everybody, thank you so much for commenting. Okay, so you kind of want to take over for right now?
Great. So we're talking about leads. Now, at the beginning of the week, I believe on Tuesday, we shared the PDF. So if you guys don't have a copy of the PDF yet, go ahead on Tuesday, and I believe, what's the keyword that they need to comment?
Leads.
Okay, put leads into the comment, and we will send you to where to download the PDF. Now, we updated this PDF, so it's not the same one that we shared in the past, because it's based on what is actually the best strategies to get today for leads, okay? The problem is that with leads, this is where everybody stands, the real estate business, that's great, I know what to do, I know what the process works, but where do I get the leads? That's more where the question comes in all the time, right? And I know a lot of you, that's where you get stumped. And so one of the things we work with students all the time is, first of all, I give them what I call the quick wins. We give them, okay, if you had to close a deal in the next 4 weeks, what is the quickest way to get to these quick wins? So we're going to share with you a couple of these today. So this is really golden nuggets here. The thing is, if you start, the best thing I can say to you is this, and I'm sure you all agree, and I want you to comment here, that you want to close deals fast, right? Doesn't matter if you're wholesaling, buying and hold, fix and flip. You want to prove to yourself that this business works.
If you agree, say I agree in the comments.
Right.
Affirm it.
Yes. Because the thing is this, I think we most of us get into real estate because we obviously want money, right? We want the freedom financially. We want the freedom of time. We want to build a legacy. So, and this is where it all comes in. And so getting the leads, knowing where to get the leads, don't waste your time, don't spin your wheels in doing things that don't work is where it's crucial. So now let's get into a little bit. Like I said, go download the PDF. We're going a lot more detail in what I'm going to share with you today. So I'm kind of giving you a high overview on what is in the PDF, okay? Number one, the quickest way to get leads is driving for dollars. Yeah, and Liz is going to talk about that one.
The reason I said I did is I did a live on Tuesday. So go check out the live. I went driving for dollars. I brought my son, and we went driving for dollars, and I gave you guys tips, tools, what to look out for, kind of what to find as far as area-wise. I answered questions during that live. Definitely go check that out. Driving for dollars is the best way that I bring in leads. Now, if you're doing this virtually, it's a little harder, but what I love about it is I get to see the neighborhood. It gets me into the field, and my lead source, it's a lot stronger of a lead source. It's a list I made on my own. Not everybody drives for dollars. Not everyone's going to see the houses that I pull up, because about 30% of homes you find on a driving for dollars would not end up on any typical list that an investor would look for. So driving for dollars is fantastic. I go into the PDF a little more of what to look for, but the biggest thing is you're looking for abandoned, neglected, vacant homes, kind of falling apart, gutters are falling off, windows have, boarded up, or there's holes, or they're missing windows. You're looking for papers on the door. We saw one that had a code violation and all of that. And so we really, really like that. Tall grass, just looks like some kind of distress there. They're not able to keep it apart. In our case, we live in Southwest Florida, and I live in the Fort Myers area where there's a bunch of canals. And so I look for, when we go what we call boating for dollars, we see that the back end, the front end of the house might look really nice, what we notice when we go to drive by it, but the back end is completely falling apart. The docks are falling into the canal, stuff like that. So we have another like objective or another side of things, a perspective of the homes. So I definitely recommend a drive for dollars as one of our top 3 ways that we give you, because it's just next to none is the best one.
Right, yeah, and we should do a boating for $1 video too.
I know, we're going to have to. We have a new boat coming here in the next couple of months. We're going to do it then.
Yeah, I'm expecting
we got rid of the other boat, yep.
So anyway, okay, so drive for dollars. Now, the drive for dollars can also be done virtually. Yes, it can be done virtually. One of the things we teach our students is basically hiring drivers in other cities in part of the country to do it virtually. And there's a cool way of doing that, and the compensation is very attractive to them to do so. Okay, so think about Uber, Lyft, all these drivers that are out there in the field anyway. So there is a cool way to do it. It's more like how you structure the compensations and the tracking, and that's how we teach us that. The second one, you want me to talk about this?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. The second one is evictions, okay? Especially now with everything that's been going on after COVID, right? The world was before COVID or after COVID. There was a moratorium that has been lifted. And with that is all the evictions are now coming to really, to fruition here, because the fact is people had to pay their rent or they're out. So you're going to find a lot of landlords that are kind of tired of the business, especially with now with the economy changes and things changing. There are a lot of people that don't understand what's going on, which is another thing. I did a live on that a couple weeks ago, telling, hey guys, this is where the opportunities are lying ahead here, right? So don't get scared. Things are changing, but for good. As far as a real estate investor, this is where you're going to find the opportunities. Whenever we have a change in the system, in society, in the economy, this is where really you're going to make a lot of money as an investor. So don't let that scare you. So with that said, there are a lot of people that don't understand that, and they're going to back away from the business. So this is where the opportunities are. So contacting landlords that have filed evictions, and you can't buy a list, okay? You have to sometimes go down a rabbit hole through the system, going to the office where the evictions are filed, and there is a process there that I did it, but you did it only one time, and once you know what to do, then it's pretty simple. The good thing about it, not a lot of people know how to do it, so there is no competition virtually from our investors, because a lot of investors are expecting to go online and buy a list, and instead if you take the time to do it, you're going to get something that nobody has touched. So for example, for every 250, 300 evictions, you get at least 5+ deals. So it's very, very responsive type lead generation. And the third one, you want to talk about that?
Sure, is public databases. So your best bet is if you have to purchase leads, it's not always the best route. You want to actually go to the public offices like pre-foreclosures, probates, bankruptcy, tax delinquent properties, all of that. So the great thing about these is that they are 100% accurate. If you go to the source and they don't cost you, you may have to pay for how much it costs to print. Some offices do charge for that, but otherwise it's amazing. And do you want to kind of dive in a little deeper?
Sure. Yeah, like I said, and the thing is, don't rely too much on lists that you can buy. I always say the best source of leads, and this is important. If you learn anything from today's live, remember this part. The best source of leads is the ones that you create yourself. Mm-hmm. That's why driving for dollars is a good one. That's why evictions get straight from the court records are a good one. That's why public databases, pre-foreclosures, probate, divorce filing, bankruptcy property are good ones as well. Okay, once you know how to tap into and what to do with this list that you have open, you can just do one list. I know somebody that does only bankruptcy properties. People that file for bankruptcy with full discharge Chapter 7, the full liquidation, and they have real estate, that's a gold mine. and not a lot of people know how to do it, which, by the way, I train on that as well as part of our program, because it's really a gold mine. You can buy deeds on property in bankruptcy for $2,500 to $5,000 a deed, even if it's worth $1 million, okay? So there is a cool process. But with that said, there are different things of public databases. And a lot of you are probably familiar with pre-foreclosures, which is probably foreclosures are going to go up. You know, I don't think it's going to happen like 15 years ago, but it's going to go up. So that's a good strategy. Property that are tax delinquent, right? Property that are going up for auctions, for taxes are good. Property that are coming around for tax deed sales after redemption period. So there are a lot of little things. And even if you master one of the public database, even if you just get to know one office on a first-time basis, you have enough to keep you busy for the rest of the real estate career. I'm serious. You don't even have to do anything else. That will be enough to give you several deals a month, okay? So mastering this. So any of the strategy we talked today, which was drawing for dollars, which you can also do virtually, that's the very cool part. And I saw some comments coming through about PropStream or Deal Machine. Liz can talk a little more about that. And then the evictions, we talked about that, and then also public databases, which eviction is also part of a public databases. But when we think of public databases, we think about probate, bankruptcy, tax delinquent property, and pre-foreclosures, and code violations, and that type of stuff. Yeah. So great. Elizabeth, you want to go ahead and answer some of the questions?
Yeah, so what I'm going to do is we allow one question per person. We have to be fair to our students. We're not doing unlimited. So what I'm going to do is, right now we're going to break and do the raffle. While I'm doing the raffle, put your most burning question in. This can do anything. It can be about what we talked about, or it can be just any real estate related question that you have. So today what we are raffling actually is a free ticket to our retreat. It's a free general admission ticket to our retreat here in Fort Lauderdale, Florida, coming up in October. So you will get to come meet us and spend the entire weekend with us on October 1st and 2nd in Fort Lauderdale. It's going to be a phenomenal retreat. So while I pull that winner up, because my assistant sent it to me, you want to talk a little bit about the retreat?
Sure. So we have these about 3 times a year. This is the last one we have for this year. So it'll be October 1st and 2nd. And, you know, we can also give you a landing page here. You want to give them the
That's
landing page?
what I'm doing right now.
Yeah, we can give you a link so you can know for anybody else that is not going to win the raffle, you're still welcome to come to the retreat. Now, we have an early bird special, which we're going to discontinue pretty soon. We're already over 50% sold out for this retreat because a lot of them are students that are coming. So we just went into general sales this week, but a lot of our students already booked. With that said, it's really, we are doing these retreats now for several years, so this is nothing new. So we really perfected it. We are diving deep into all the strategy. I'm bringing in past students that have been successful in Airbnb, short-term rentals, fix and flip, wholesaling, drawing for dollars. We're bringing in private money lenders that are ready to loan, and they're all lenders that don't care if you're brand new to the business. They go based on the asset lending. So we're bringing in a ton of good resources besides us talking about the strategy. On top of that, we're doing a bus tour. You know, for the ones of you that want it, we have a bus tour where you actually...
Yeah. So me and one of our coaches that we work with, Juan, he's a heavy hitter wholesaler. He does acquisitions nationwide, closes over $100,000 easily every month. He is one of our coaches, and he is going to come with me. It's going to be me and him. We rented a mega bus, and we are going to take anyone that purchased a ticket. We're almost sold out. Purchase a ticket. We are going to go driving for dollars. So you're going to get to learn from me and Juan how to drive for dollars. And then we are actually going to go to one of his fix and flips in process at the time. And we are going to real live demo the fix and flip. And we are also going to explain what to look for in a fix and flip, what average cost would be for the fix and flip we're looking for, give you all kinds of tips and all of that. So it's going to be a fantastic bus tour, and it's only selected. We only had 22 spots to begin with. We're already over halfway sold out, and we just opened up August 1st. So I did put that link into the chat. I will put it one more time for those of you that are interested. And let's go ahead and do the raffle while we're here. And then we got a lot of questions coming in. Again, it's one question per person, so we will take the first that we see. So this person won, and how you got entered into the raffle, so you know, for the future weeks, we are moving our lives, our Friday lives, to Thursday at 11 a.m. Eastern. So keep that in mind, those main lives of the week, the big ones about the topic that we are choosing and all of that is there. How to get entered into the raffle. The more you comment throughout the week, every time we see your name, and Facebook has this insight that we can do, we add you into a spinning wheel. So it's one entry per comment. So it doesn't matter if you comment once or 100 times. Now, the more you comment throughout the week, the better your chances are. And so what we do is we, at the end, the morning of, on Friday, now it will be Thursday moving forward, my assistant will put your names into that, how many times it goes in, and she spins this wheel and you get picked. So there's no like which way or what, it's just more comments equals more entries, more chances to win. So the winner today that wins a free general admission ticket to our retreat in October is Patricia Rucco, R-U-O-C-C-O. I hope I said your name right. You won the free ticket, so congratulations. If you are interested and want to get a ticket for the retreat in October, I put the link in the comment section, so check it out. It's right above you, Sarah, right above. And you guys, we would love, love, love to see you. Now, we are only going to 50 people. It's me and Laura mostly, and Juan, the other coach, that runs this, and we want to make sure that you all get individualized attention throughout the weekend, and we have noticed if we went over, it's not. So once we hit 50 that's sold out, we cannot and we will not open up more spots. So congratulations, Patricia. You won the golden ticket to the retreat, and we look forward, hopefully we can see you. If you're interested, or, you know, to claim your prize, I'm going to put our email into the comment section so that you can reach out to us for that.
Yeah, and also for the retreat, we do have a special arrangement for the hotel. It's going to be at the Le Méridien by the airport in Fort Lauderdale. We have a group rate, but also the group rate, we only have so many rooms, and I believe we have only less than 5 rooms available under the group rate. So keep that in mind too. So as soon as you buy the ticket, you're going to get an email with the link of the hotel. I suggest you go and book. You don't have to pay right now, but at least put your name so you book at the group rate.
All right. We got to go into questions because I'm already losing questions. So how long have you been using PropStream, and you ever do a deal machine for the same purposes? I have done both. Okay, so I started with Deal Machine, and then PropStream actually approached us to promote them to our students, and I was like, I'm not going to do that unless I try it. So we got PropStream, like 4 or 5 years ago, and we love it. We love PropStream. I use it for driving for dollars. It has an app, and it gives you like seller information, all of that. I did a tutorial on PropStream last week in this group. It was a live, so go look for that. And I also talked about it during the Drive for Dollars live. If you're going to go between the two, I personally would choose PropStream as what I would use. It's $97 a month, or $99 now, a month after the 7-day free trial. I'm going to put a link in the chat for the free trial. That way you can try it out. I love it. You can get sellers information. I do not recommend skip tracing through them. I do talk about that during that live from last week. I can pull buyers lists, different types of seller lists, everything. So it's a fantastic tool. I'm going to put the trial here. Do you have anything else you want to say on that?
No.
Okay. So Serena's asking, since we can't wholesale foreclosure homes, I was wanting to do double closings. Any tips on obtaining transactional funding and doing a double closing?
Yeah, transactional funding is kind of a soft, hard money. Mm-hmm. So there are companies out there that do actually transactional funding. So if you want to email at questions@realestateinvestingwomen.com, we have 2 companies that actually do transactional funding. The reason is I'm not leaving it here because honestly I don't have the link with us, but if you email, our assistants can email you the link back. We have 2 different companies, but yeah, that's pretty easy to do.
Yep. Aisha's asking, can you buy a house that's in the probate process?
You can you have to contact the attorney that's handling the probate, and you can let them know that you're interested. Now, nobody is authorized to sign the contract legally because they're not entitled yet. However, you can talk to the attorney and put in a contract with the attorney that they can hold in escrow until the persons are entitled and they can sign off on it. So yes, I would definitely go in and get the property locked up with whoever is the heir through the attorney and then as soon as you're cleared, then you can go to closing.
Great. Aubrey's asking, would love to know how to find properties in rural Oklahoma. I have a hard time finding them for other people.
Any rural areas, one of the ways I would do it is you want to look for properties that are tax delinquent. There is a lot of property with property taxes that are due. They're kind of abandoned, especially land or like older homes. There is one, somebody I know that that's all he does. He does invest in rural areas in Arkansas, Missouri, Oklahoma, and he buys properties that are tax delinquent. They either going to auctions or they went to auction and nobody bought. And so that's one of the ways I would do it to find those properties that are kind of under the radar.
Do we just, Sarah's asking, do we just show up at the Register of Deeds office or wherever and ask for these lists? I'm super new. I know this is a basic question. We do not mind basic questions. There is no such thing as a dumb question. We want you to ask. We definitely want you comfortable to ask no matter what. So.
Yeah, doing in person is always better than doing over the phone, because doing over the phone, they're very easy to discharge you and say, oh, we don't know where to get the list, or we don't have the list, which is not true. You know, so to go in person, even in a big city like Chicago, I did one thing with my students where we actually went on a field trip and we went down to the offices and we were trying to find where you can get the evictions, so you can get probates. And we walk into these offices, and even a big city like Chicago, they didn't even know where to get the list. But we talked to one person, who sent to the manager, talked to another manager, and we got the list for everything. But it took a little bit of going down a rabbit hole. So with that said, yes, go there in person. You're going to go much further than trying to get on the phone. And don't take no for an answer. If a clerk tells you we don't have a list, they don't know. They don't know how to get a list. Ask them if you can talk to somebody who's been there for a while or a manager.
Great. Tammy's asking, is there a different process for bankruptcies?
Yes. Bankruptcy is there is a whole new way of doing bankruptcy. You have to know what to do. Like I said, it's part of our training, so it's hard for us to get into here in a few minutes, but if you're interested, I'm the only coach actually in the country that knows how to do properties in bankruptcy court as part of leads. I was trained by a bankruptcy attorney that had that done for over 40 years. And he's actually couldn't do it himself because of conflict of interest, but he was teaching people how to do it and then sharing to the profits. So yes, it's a different process.
Different Tammy is asking, where do you find your hard money lenders and private money lenders, and should they be in your own area or does it matter?
It doesn't matter. Well, there is a difference. If you're talking about private money, like institutional private money, then they do nationwide. If you're talking about private money as a money partners, people that have the money, usually they like to loan in your private area. So there are different ways of looking at this. Most of the time, if you're new, you probably start with an institutional private lender, and then once you have some experience and some connection, then you can move into a money partner private lender, and that most likely will be local.
All right, Tracy's asking, have you ever used Flipster?
Nope.
Me neither.
No, I've heard of it, but I never used it.
I already answered Rachel's question about why I prefer PropStream. Susan's asking, will the 2-day event offer an upsell to a more detailed program?
Well, I wouldn't call it an upsell.
Yeah.
I hate to say that because I feel like it's tricking. We're not tricking here. You're going to be offered opportunity to coach with us, if that's what you're asking.
To work with us.
Yeah, to work with us. But yeah, no, there is no upsell.
We're not super hard salespeople.
Yeah, we're going to give you a ton of information, and you feel like you have the information, and then most people want to stick around for the community and the help. You're going to meet a lot of our past students too, who are doing amazing. So we have one of them, she's going to be there. She actually owns over 50 Airbnbs. She's only Elizabeth's age. We have on our team, husband and wife, who do amazing. They make 6 figures months, so selling. Driving for dollars. So you're going to meet some amazing people, and so you might want to say, yeah, I want to learn from them because they're actually coaching too as part of our team. So, but it's up to you. We're not going to pressure into anything.
All right, next question. Victoria, who do you suggest for skip tracing? I'm going to give you a link. It gives you a discount code. This is called Batch Skip. It's who I use. Now, skip tracing is very dependent on your area. Some work better than others. It's all trial and error. So you can try and error. So you can try Batch Skip. If you feel like you're not getting at least a 70% response rate, you need to see what's best for the area that you're investing in. Don asked, Evictions, if I contact a landlord, how would I offer to buy if the landlord owns the property and he or she is looking for another tenant?
Well, that's one of the good. That's how I started in the business, actually, back 30 plus years ago. I was calling landlords and I was asking them, I saw that you're renting your property, and would you consider selling the property in the future? And if they said yes, then I would talk to them, and basically I would structure a lease option to buy. And that's how I started buying my rental properties. I actually started talking to landlords and asking them if they wanted to sell sometime in the future. And if they did, then I would do a lease option to buy and sublease the property out. And that's how I built a portfolio of about 16 properties in 18 months. And most of them were multi-families, by the way, just by doing that.
Yeah, we're out of questions.
Oh, wow, okay.
This was a really good session. What do you guys think of it? Was this helpful? Did this help you guys kind of get some clarity on some things? I would love some feedback.
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead.
Oh, okay. So if you have any more questions, go type them in. I would like to invite you now. We want to invite you. We have this retreat coming up on October 1st and 2nd. But I would also love for you, the ones especially that cannot make it to the retreat, if you want to talk to us, how we can help you being part of the community and learn from us and learn from our students in the past, and how you can get into our coaching program. We don't have a lot of programs. I can tell you right now, we don't have this program and then we sell you to another program or upsell. We don't do that. We have one straightforward coaching program. Our goal is to get you up and working in business in 6 months, to get a full-fledged business. Took me 6 months to transition from corporate to have a full-time business in real estate, meaning that I was making at least $10,000 to $20,000 a month. So I will teach you the same process, okay? So if you are interested in learning more about it and talking to us, Liz just posted a link for you to schedule calls. Now I just want to say one thing. We have not done any invitation to really schedule calls for coaching for months now.
Yeah, we stopped.
Yeah, we stopped because honestly, I was taking care of our students. We had a community where we really wanted to help them. Now we have so much success in the community. A lot of them have graduated and they're still in the community, but they're doing things. So we opened up. Now, once you schedule the call, this is actually going to be a special treat just for next week. You actually get to talk to me or Liz personally, okay? And so you have to just go to the links. You have a form to fill out. Please take the time to fill the form out. It will make things easier, and also we can allocate you with whoever best, me or Liz, to talk to you based on what we read on the form, based on your experience level and a lot of things. So with that said,
just we want to make it clear that we do not coach during this time, though. So
yes.
If you're calling to get free coaching, unfortunately, we have to be really fair to our students. We do not coach. This is to learn more about our program and get to know each other, because we also want to make sure that we're compatible with you and that you're compatible with us. And if we feel like we can't help, then of course we would tell you, but we definitely try. Will the retreat be helpful for me if I'm in North Carolina? No, we are nationwide coaches, hon.
Yeah,
come on. We have a student coming from North Carolina.
Yeah.
Is it Debbie coming?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We have people flying in from all over the country, as far as California. We even have Canada. We have from Europe. We have from Germany. So no, we coach all over the country. And as far as Hawaii, because honestly, believe it or not, my real estate, I got started in Hawaii. So I know I'm very familiar with Hawaii real estate. So with that said, no, anywhere, even from out of the country, we will train you in. Now we train you in investing in the U.S. So if you're from Canada, I don't know about Canada rules. I teach you how to invest in the U.S. or if you are in Europe. But yeah, we have students from everywhere.
Yeah, and I pinned the link to schedule a call with us too in the comments, so it should be right there. Now just remember, we only allow one question per person during these, so don't feel like I'm ignoring if I don't answer. I just have to be fair to my paying students. Shirley asked, do you feel calling to speak to the owner-seller is best method, or is there a better method out there? This is very dependent on your demographic. And also, it used to be that calling was good, and then it was texting, and now texting is even starting to fade out just a little bit. And so we recommend as more direct as you can be. So try with texting first and then call. If you feel like calling gives you the better results, you want to always measure your results in this business. So figure out what works best for your area. Try different things. If the first list texting was just horrible in responses, then you can move into calling and then texting and then direct mail. We do a whole acquisitions process that we teach you, and then we kind of help you tailor it depending on where you are. Okay. Okay. So we are going to go ahead and close out. You can definitely continue to put questions into the chat. We are going to go live now moving forward every Thursday at 11 a.m. So if you do have questions, you're welcome to ask them on any of the lives, or even create your own post in the group to get everybody else's feedback. But thank you so much for being on. Do you have anything else you'd like to say?
No, we gave you a lot of resources today, so make sure that if you watch this video later on, you scroll back and look. We gave you affiliate links to what we use, some of the tools we use. Make sure you download the PDF that was given out on Tuesday. That's what we talked about today. We gave you the link for the retreat coming up on October 1st and 2nd.
All kinds of stuff.
So go to that page and check it out. We also have the agenda already posted, what we're going to cover at the retreat. So when you go to the landing page, scroll about halfway down, there is the agenda. And then you have 3 options for tickets, anywhere from general to the one that includes the bus tour. Yeah. And then obviously the call to talk to us if you're interested in being part of our thriving community of students that are all women, and they are doing amazing things out there. So we are. And just as Sarah said, I'd love to do this with my mom. She loves driving around. Laura and I are both active investors. We actively invest. That's why our time is very limited as well. And we are partners together. So mother-daughter duos. We have another one that's a mother-son duo. I mean, whatever works, right? It's just a great community, and we love it. So I hope this live was really, really great for you guys. Thank you so much for the participation. It's really nice to get on here and be able to see the comments and people actually reacting and talking to us, because it's really lonely when we talk to ourselves. Kara, I can't wait to meet you. We've been talking for a long time now, so I'm super excited you're coming to the retreat. I can't wait to see the rest of you guys. Go ahead. We are going to sell out really, really quick. We opened it up to the public. We're already almost halfway there. So I definitely recommend, if you can come. It's going to be phenomenal. It's going to be a lot of fun. But yeah, schedule a call with us, because if you're a student, you get to come for free. You get 2 free general admission tickets. So if you want to schedule a call and talk a little bit about the program, and let's get you into an amazing mastermind of women that are rocking the real estate world with the coaches and all that, then now's your time. If you've been thinking about it, this is your sign right now to come and join us. It's my son's birthday. My son's 10th birthday today. So he's 10 years old. So we're going to go get off here and go party with him. We got a weekend full of parties for him and stuff. And so we're just going to go enjoy our weekend. So have a wonderful, wonderful day. Thank you so much for being on, and we'll talk soon. Okay. Take care.
Bye.